Hello, welcome to Silverstone. We have rain, forecast and falling here in Laysdown for the first session of the weekend here in NIC. We're about 4 minutes into the session. We're actually 3 minutes into it, but we're sorry about the late start because of just not being careless, but just late FIA and then me not noticing the FIA joined. So
it is raining conditions here at Prix.
Yeah, raining conditions. It should be able to use DRS, I'd say, because there's no reward.
It was a very, very controversial in fact.
Not really controversial, but just very entertaining. So, make sure you had a post-race investigation, because it was noted during the race, the passing of the safety car incident to Matrix and the safety car. That was there was an extra look after the race, but that still nothing came of that incident. The driver he crashed in the first lap. Just go 2 retirements in a row for him. In the McLaren after crashing out in Canada, crashing out in qualifying last weekend as well, and the race. Both he won also in what's let's say he won in Hungary. That's what I was going to say. He won the sprint and the race. A very dominant drive from the McLaren driving very wide for Luca for the final corner there. And DRS will be enabled. We're on board with Luca in the Alpha Towering at the moment. Around the final corner he goes. So round turn. I don't know the numbers of the corners. Bit wide there for Pilot, because the conditions are very sketchy. Rain did improve by about 2% in the last minute or so. 25 minutes into the session.
It got worse. It increased
slightly, very slightly, by about 2%. A purple first sector, even though a purple first sector for Luca for half a second. So the intermediate tyres is probably the best tyres. 2 tenths lost in the middle sector, but looked pretty clean through there into the penultimate corner. Where the Biffa
this
race
was definitely a time that will improve the timing boards because he invalidated his sector for less laps.
Yeah, Benedetto's at 3. Surely goes quicker. He's on 127.4 at the moment, but he goes up to the line and we set a 117.4. 7 seconds quicker than his lap he did earlier. So he's still running board. He's the only car on track at the moment. Yeah, the last time we were here in Laysdown was in Biffa. There was a bit of controversy. I had complaints from drivers that I wanted to share. Leonard complained about that TC complained about. Because I remember having a complaint from a driver. Yeah, so finding it, he complained about, yeah, so there's no penalty of H4 or Mikey, that's he's saying. It's a bit, let's say, annoyed. Yeah, and also, yeah, let's just read exactly this. So some drama for you, though. In Biffa, Ninja's a McLaren driver, and then actually Ninja and Mikey are both teammates. And then, like, Thrashgate. Around the final corner, he's not improving about 2 seconds down in this left 4. He's on a bit worn tyres. This is on a tyre where it isn't very, let's say,
it has been a very quiet session. Of course, there's only one person track that.
the FIA isn't even here, so I'm acting FIA, I think, because I was here at the start. So he's on a lap now. He's about 2 seconds down on the last lap, so I'm not expecting a big thing. Sure, as I say, I go purple in 5 seconds, but just under a 10th of a second.
a little bit loose there.
Yeah, a bit loose, a bit wide at the apex. That looks pretty nice. Get touching going into the second part of the corner, but and probably gain back the time there. This should be mostly flat out, maybe a little hint of a lift there.
Yeah, of course it's intermediate condition, so you can't really take it flat out. But he does
I think
improve.
you can. I think you probably can if you have a complete.
It'll be dangerous.
Yeah, unless the two take the middle side. So it's
I don't think drivers are willing to take this risk in free practice, and it's so early on in the session that I don't think there's a.
Yeah, as well, there will be no tyre allocation this weekend. That's been removed, which I'm pretty sad about because I enjoyed that. But up to the line of Pilot because they're fine lapping them. And the first sector is a 16 with 16 to 116th. Really good that. For the off-tyre driver, if he might go for another lap.
It is the fastest.
No, he harvest there, but I think he might be going for another lap. We'll see how his first sector goes. Which is coming up after this corner, I believe. That is very slight, a lot of rotation through there. Sliding into the let's say, oh no, not really sliding into the corner, which I have a bit extra rotation, that's pretty nice, but no, yeah, because of his it's about 1.7 seconds down at this lap, and he's going push slow, the off-tyre drive. 9 minutes into the session, the stray come from the back of the Alpha Tauri. The stray not that big, so it's not vision impairing, let's say.
And of course, we have our first open commentary session in here in Civic-TV. It is tomorrow's race at Pocono with NICL. So I hopefully that you will come with us into the Discord server and watch and listen to us in the open commentary.
And also, I might allow like an FP session next weekend that you can commentate. Maybe you get some special commentators. Maybe. I may do that this weekend. We'll see what we want to do, but there will be a commentary session in the server, so if you want to actually join us and state your opinion.
Have a bit of fun on the NICL open commentary session, please. So make sure to join our Discord in the bottom. It should be.
No, it isn't because I haven't done it. Let me do it now.
Okay, it will be in the bottom.
It will be in the description when I put it in.
Click the link in the description. Join our
You will not be. You will. It's not. It will never expire. So we're all good at that. So there's no problem with that.
Make sure you join us.
Make sure.
As Luca goes quicker in first sector, bottoms it.
Yeah, but they lost it in the middle sector, like 5 seconds down in the middle part of the lap.
It will be probably just. Yes, turn his ERS off. He's going in the pits.
Yeah, into the pit lane, probably for a new set of tyres, and now it's in the description. But if you want to watch, if you want to join the Discord server, it's in the description of this video.
Luca jumps out, and there's nothing to commentate, so it's quite.
And here comes more rain.
It's raining even harder. So
here comes more rain. Let me just have a look at this week's analytics. I will share these because we're a bit bored. The views are very nice for the not really nice for the weekend. A Sunday, it's the first time this week, since Civic-TV started, we've had a Monday that has been the best. Sunday that's been the best viewing. But seriously, the Wednesday was awful. 5 views, but we will get some midweek videos in for next weekend. The Ion Roundup. We'll see. So there's audience. 405 unique viewers. Oh, that's very nice. Another 72. Good.
As it is a thunderstorm here, I don't think Luca, he might drive, but he is not in his car.
Let me just see the forecast. If there's any forecast. I don't think there will be any forecast. So do we need to run through like the driver lineup for this season?
It's raining really heavily. So.
Actually, that's I'm going to run you through the time the Driver Championship when I find it.
We've got an Alpine. He's on the wet tyres. Come on. Let's get some action.
Yeah, we need to mention soon.
We've got
and they got Buttercup out in the.
We've got an Alpine going out.
In the Alpine.
Buttercup.
You won't be setting a lap comparable to, let's say,
to Luca.
Yeah.
To say them. Unless you want to care, which we have partnered with a server.
Yes. This has just turned into a. This has just turned into like a free advertising session.
Make sure to join our server and then join our partner with Hashtag Care.
Yeah, if you join the server, you will get the link to everything. So basically, we have a lot of big server that is very big. Obviously. So 96% rating, very wet. It could be a red flag here.
It's 96.
Well, very wet.
You can't really put a part of a red flag because you don't have any FIA.
There's no FIA here at the moment. Spectre,
so Africa is just wrestling the car.
Spectre should be here anymore. He's having a shower. So this is Butter going to go hard. Yeah, red flag surely. Do you do it? Do we do it? Red flag. Yeah, I'm getting ready for the red flag. Let me just get.
So there's a red flag in the practice section there. So Buttercup just went out, and I think F1 will be cancelled.
Not cancelled. We'll see if the weather dries up. Remember what happened in France? Yeah. It dried up.
It depends if it dries up. We'll have to see. But Luca probably set the lap, which will win. Which will put him on P1 in practice.
Yeah, like France quality, which had the Jesco joining late, and he's got pole position in the end, even though crashing in the last part of qualifying. I'm gonna go for the driver's standings while we have this red flag. So I might just squeeze in here in the pit lane, get a good view of the cars, or not. So let's try to find the championship. Oh, weather forecast. We have got a weather forecast. Friday, sunny, 70% chance of rain. So tomorrow's an 80% chance of rain, and 50% chance of rain on the Sunday. So there's a lot of weather here, a lot of rain this weekend, you can see. And the 70% chance of rain has came true in this first session. It's the most rain we've had, really, since... Well, the first real rain we've had since... last weekend, but the real first forecast we've had for rain since New Zealand. But we've got 2 races in New Zealand this weekend, so yay. Just go join the server. So there's a red flag going out. We are still waiting. So both drivers in the pit lane at the moment. So we've got no one really here at the moment. We have got 2 drivers and Jesco, which hasn't got into a car this session so far. So we have two drivers that went out on track, and Jessica has joined, but as the red flag is out, hasn't gone out on track. To crashing the last two races and winning in Hungary, so he's, I believe, got a podium every race, or top 5 every race he's finished this season, so a pretty good record for the McLaren driver, or top 4, you don't know. I'm gonna check because I can. Let's see. Championship. I don't know what. Oh god, what? Okay, well, DC. That's what DC. That's not right. Constructor championship. We'll look at the constructors so far. The McLaren won in 3 of the 6 races this season. They won in Hungary, they won in New Zealand, they won in Australia, they won in France, and actually 4 of 7 actually. Haas won in Canada, with Dennis winning, I believe it was. 12 AlphaTauri win this season, and that's all the wins this season. Is McLaren lead the championship by just over 12 points, and all by 12 points. So then, AlphaTauri follow close behind, even though having more wins than Ferrari. That New Zealand race, which lost 23 points to McLaren, proving costlier than it would be the championship lead if they had a matching weekend to Haas. Alpine have been very consistent, but not in the championship fighting with Ferrari, and then who got a good result last weekend, and then Aston Martin, Williams level on points with Red Bull 5 points behind, and then Alfa Romeo and Mercedes at the back of the field. So the Drivers' Championship is, right now, Ninja leads the championship by 13 points. Kiwi second after winning in France, 7 points ahead of 7 points behind the AlphaTauri driver. The Ninja's got a podium in every but 2 races this season, which were Canada and New Zealand. And then Dennis comes in 3rd after winning in the Canadian Grand Prix, and Jessica after leading both the Canadian Grand Prix and the French Grand Prix, both retiring both, and that has cost his championship lead very dearly. And he was leading the championship before Canada, so he's a very, very wretched few races. And then Mikey, after having a very clean races last weekend, and he got fast lap last weekend as well. So he got 1 podium this season. That was in Hungary with 2nd place finish. Vegas got on the podium twice this season, but still 4 points behind. Not really in the championship fight. The top 4 are really in the championship fight. The Haas, Dennis, Kiwi, Ninja, and Jessica are all in the championship fight. Still yet to score a point is Hacker in the Alpine, so out of the 32 drivers we're going to have this season, Potato only 3 points this season after being very promising in Canada. Met Kaluka got a podium in Canada after a very consistent drive. After, I believe, 1 driver ran out of fuel. I don't remember who it was. Ooh, who ran out of fuel in Canada? Ninja? Was it? I don't remember. He did the championship leader. I don't know who it was, but someone ran out of fuel in Canada. I don't remember who. So Ninja won the first 2 races, then got a 1 point, and then podium. Canada, no point. Or no podium, and then France P2 after fighting with Kiwi for the win in the final few laps. So we are back underway. I wasn't concentrated, but we're back underway for the British Grand Prix FP. 8 minutes left, and we have got wet tyres on show for Jessica into the barriers. Goes Jessica in the McLaren, really struggling out on wets, and now intermediate conditions, so it will be dry probably by the end of the lap. It really oversteer in touching the barriers, ricocheting off or out of harm's way. We will have interviews for NIFC soon. Sometime we'll have, with me hopefully hosting them. Well, a few of the drivers will join us in the interviews. So here we go. Butter and Paluca both in the pit lane. Homie's out on the track at the moment. Now it's dry compound tyres in about 3 or 4 seconds. And it's officially dry now, so Homie does come to the pit, Jessica comes into the pit lane and slides his way into the pit lane speed limit line, and very cute angle in the pit box there for the McLaren driver. All 3 drivers in the pit lane still, with 7 bits left of this session. Buttercup is going out on track now. So, here we go, the first drive out on the dry in this session. What can the Alpine do? And we'll see the laps we have in this session. Already completely dry, so this session looking to be dry to the outside in the last 6 minutes of the session. Homie going out on track, so Paluca not going out on track at this point, but Homie, the winner from Canada, the 4th place in the World Championship after crashing in the last 2 races, both in the middle of the race, I think, close to the end, when they said virtual safety car, which wasn't a safety car, and I believe something happened to him that I still have to disclose, so I'll get that for you for next session, hopefully. I actually don't remember, so I remember he crashed the final corner, and I saw him in the barrier. So all 3 drivers on track. Paluca in the Ferrari out on track now. So right on board. With 4th in the championship, or we're right on board with Buttercup first, as he goes for the first off run of this session. He is preparing for his flying lap. Okay, he's crossed the line, and we're underway, and we are. And front turn 2, a bit deep on the apex, but as Kiwi, the other McLaren, the last weekend's winner, joins the server. So we have both McLarens in the server. Kobe set up purple middle sector on the out lap. Twitching there is the Alpine and backs out of the lap. We're on board Homie through turn 1, looks very nice. Through the second corner, a lot better than Buttercup. And that's a purple last sector as well. 4.5 minutes left in session. This session now for the fastest time. After the dry conditions came out to about 7 minutes to go in this F3 practice 1 session. 4.5 minutes as we go to number something, but now we've got until 2. We'll go to another straight in a few more corners time. That's all I know. I'll get corner numbers. Spectre and the Ferrari joined after crashing early on in the French Grand Prix, and his teammate of Paluca, who misses the first sector by 2 seconds. That's the pace difference between the dries and the intermediate conditions, and another pole set to 5/10 in the middle part of the lap, and 2 more corners to go for the McLaren driver, twitching on the brakes there, but keeping it going. Paluca sets a purple middle sector. Here comes Homie Guinea Pig up to the line and sets a 11.5. That is the benchmark. Paluca stuck behind Kiwi, but gets around the McLaren, or does he? No, he doesn't. He goes very wide. Has that ruined his lap? Yes, it has. He lost, and that he would have gone quickest, and he actually has, though. But he has gone quickest there by about 2.5 tenths. But who can Kiwi beat that? As we ride aboard with the other McLaren, his teammate second fastest at the moment. 11.2, 11.3, how you determine it. In the first, so just 6 seconds up, so that'll be, as it stands, to 12. Oh, it's actually 14, because the Buttercup setting a lap at the moment. We'll ride off board through the penultimate corner with the Alpine. Bit slidey at the exit there, very precarious round the final corner. And slides out of it. Catches the car, but that lost him. Valuable seconds, a 13.3 there. Kiwi's got a quarter to go. On a very nice lap so far, the McLaren driver. Last time winner. Can he go quickest in the first free practice session? No, he can't. Just under a 10th off. Spectre going green in the third sector. I don't know if it's an outlap. I don't think it is because he is using DRS. So round the final corner goes the Ferrari wide at the final corner. But gets it stopped, and it's at 12.4, but got invalidated at that final sector. Round the final corner goes the Ferrari driver to start lap by Luca. Quickest overall at the moment, the number 87. Turn 2. The nicest turn 2, opening up the corner for turn 3 and 4, which are flat out sweepers. Right out to the edge of track for turn 5. Hitting the curb a bit too much and unsettling the car on the exit. What's the first sector like for the Ferrari driver? Just under a 10th off. Turn 2. Down to 3. Not to 3. What am I thinking? Oh, okay, good. Good. So, round the final sector, a purple middle part of that. Bit wide though through the third to last corner, but can he make it over the second to last corner? Even wider. So that's not been a very good last sector for the Ferrari. One more corner to go for Luca. Quickest as he approaches the line. Can he improve his lap? Yes, he can. By about half a tenth of a second. That last sector wasn't as bad as it looked. Homie going green. We're right on board with the Ferrari. Ferrari and the McLaren. Through the final corner goes Homie. Or Jesco, whatever. He's on a low fuel run and he goes into... He hasn't improved. He lost a lot of time in that first sector. He was on a lap. It looks like Buttercup's on a lap. So a green last sector. I think he's preparing for a lap there. On the bump there. Really aggressive. Spectre's had a good first sector. 2 attempts up on his first best, which was very nice indeed. The curve unsettles the Ferrari and then puts into a second curve that unsettles the car even more. Another second for the Ferrari lost there. the Ferrari 1-2 here in Laysdown tonight. A very late session for a practice session, but we are at just past 5:30 in the United Kingdom, where we are for this session. To a very tight hairpin now, and he's done it very, very nicely there, Luca. But did he get an invalidation? Probably, I'd say. No. So that could be a very nice lap if he didn't mess up the first part of the sector, but that looked committed for the hairpin there. Even if it might not be quick, but committed. Still, Max the only driver into the 110s, or 109s, sorry. About 40 minutes of this as well, so it was a very long session we've had. So we'll have another 10 minutes. Harley set a very nice lap there, and Max is not the only driver in the 110s. And that lap is honestly one of the best laps I've seen. But can Homie match it? No. He was up by about 0.2 of a second in the first two sectors. He is on a lap, but I don't know if he's on a cushion. Looks like he is. He's only 500 down in his first lap. So it's a very nice lap. He's about matching Lucas lap, but sector. Looks like the middle sector for the currently letting Kiwi down. Well, actually, the last section letting Kiwi down for him. Them last two sectors for the Ferrari of Luca was remarkable, but it's still a Ferrari 1-2, but the other way round to what it was about 3 minutes ago. Bit wide, but basically matching his personal best. With the final sector, can he improve on his flyer we did earlier? 11.3, he got into 11.2. Still can't get close to two Ferraris though. So, there's a stop Ferrari in the middle of the track. Expect the car, I believe. Homie's about to set it up. I have a lap without me muffling over it. Here we go. Lap with Jessica. He's now going to reverse and hopefully get back to a good exit from the final corner. Probably the best to put over the corner in this like this. Okay, which is probably the worst way to go. Let's see if it's enough. I hope we'll have an audio up like now with Jessica not doing that. But audio up like, or not audio up, just a lap with me without me muffling or speaking. Now, first sector was pretty horrendous to be McLaren driver, but still a not too shabby lap if you discount the first sector, which was 6 hours down as opposed to last. But the middle sector was okay. He said, and Jessica said the track feels horrible, which I completely agree with, because I've driven around the track and it's very, let's say, awful. But Kiwi, as I saw during the hot lap, on hard compound tyres. With the C2 that ran this weekend. Here we go. So not really. I think it's about 3 seconds you lose on the high command time. It is on high fuel T30, so I would say it's about 2 seconds or a second and a half. Without doing that you lose on a lap on the high command tires. So we'll see if it actually is. If this lap is competitive, to say the least. Not going to be competitive if you do that. So, the last corner proving a trouble for a lot of people. Rosek also on the hard command tyres, so 2 runs on the hard command tyres. Rosek still hasn't gone for the soft command tyres, he stayed on hard to join us about 20 minutes ago. So. Very committed to have white stripe tyres. Let's see how he can do on his lap compared to Kiwi's lap earlier. Already a mistake there, didn't look very clean so far, but very setting nicely up. Even know of that moment at the first corner, but hitting the curve a bit much. For the second part of that sequence, and are we slowing down there? So here we go, round turn. Luke is going even quicker. Here we go again for Luca. That's about 2 times over. You can get into the 109, I think, if the lap is perfect. So that didn't look very perfect, because in the middle sector he lost a lot of time. He lost about 2 tenths. Talking about losing 2 tenths, that. I'm losing 2 tenths of my brain, but I hope he's gone even quicker than Luca's lap. But we'll keep on board with the Ferrari till the end of the lap. 2.5 minutes after the session. Jesco power indeed. Round the final corner goes Luca. Can he improve? No, pause it down. Still in the 110s though. Jesco is going very nicely on his lap. Can he improve to P1? No, he can't. Not even P2. Still a bit off. Yeah, Rosek still 6th fastest, ahead of Butter. So, who can challenge the 2 Ferraris this weekend? Hobie looks like he can't, only if they're sandbagging the 2 McLarens. Kiwi can't. Buttercup surely can't. Rosek, we don't know. It's only the 2 Ferraris that can challenge each other. Will there be their own downfall this weekend? We'll see in qualifying can anyone match pace, but anyway, I think Hobie's race pace is very nice. Kiwi's also very nice, because both McLaren got off the line very nicely in France, but then Matrix was better of the 3 because he shot into the lead, but then Kiwi and Hobie couldn't overtake for a lap or 2, so Matrix kept his cool. So we'll see if that happens today as well. He needs a good qualifying, obviously, so let's see if anything comes of. We'll look at setup now. So 13:10, 13:11, 13:11. So the 2 McLarens go different to everyone else. Oh, sorry, the Luca and Buttercup are different to everyone else. So And McLaren's doing the same thing, so as I do, McLaren's going very close, but Kiwi going for a soft run. So we'll see when the checker flag comes out. The checker flag is out, and that lead session's ended. So, top of the session, but can Kiwi beat it? He's on a lap. He's on a very nice. He's green in that first sector at the moment, so is Rose, so bottom. So the bottom three in the session are going green. But can Kiwi out of nowhere set a lap to go into first place? Around the final corner is about to go Kiwi. That looked very nice indeed. Used in all the track, but not too much of the track and at good speed. Around the final corner goes Kiwi. Can dislodge the Ferrari quickest? No, it doesn't improve though. Rosette came in on that lap, so couldn't go quicker, sorry. Buttercup went a bit quicker. Luca. This man, quickest overall in this session. Who can challenge him this weekend? No one on a lap at the moment. Homie goes green in the last sector, the part that beats him. But can anyone challenge the Scuderia for tonight? No one can challenge them in the first free practice session. We'll have the second free practice session later. But it is gonna be an informing session. Indeed. So, thank you for joining us in NIFC today, and we'll see you for FP2. And we'll have watching go in FP1, FP2 now in NIZRL, sorry. Have a good